Hello YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel and at Bella, and today I'm going to be doing a review of The War Between the Land and the Sea, episode 4, The Witch of the Waterfall. It's 45 minutes long. It's 1 minute longer than episode 3, The Deep, which was 44 minutes. Not that that matters. The music, the intro music was stunning. It reminds me of like the ocean, yet fused with James Bond, yet you've got that tension, because episode 3 was all about tension. Episode 4, we had that cliffhanger of Barclay and Salt being whisked away, the explosion, spoiler warning. That's why I've left these reviews a little bit late, so we can go into a little bit more detail. I'm loving the fact that the new ambassador, Tide, he was fantastic. I loved him. Grief is a major theme. Poor Carl and Kate. Carl was brilliant. I loved his grounded, supportive masculinity. That is positive masculinity. And obviously he had to be killed because of that. It's just so sad. Just so sad. Yeah, I am going to talk about the Salt and Barclay romance because I've seen that all before in The Shape of Water, which is an excellent film. Do check it out. Only this time it's a human woman and a fish man. This time it's inverted, where you've got Salt as the woman fish. I'm not quite sure because she did turn into a man fish at one point. But anyway, she appears to be a female fish and Barclay is the bloke. So it's basically The Shape of Water, but in unit Doctor Who spin-off. That's what I'm going to say about that. I did love the trilling though. When she was trilling and when she was happy, I found that quite cathartic because it's been very, very heavy series, very heavy. We've been rained on by pollution and plastic and talked about the water and the shit in the water and all sorts. So it's been quite depressing, but I found this episode quite relieving of the tension. I don't know what that says. But yes, we do end up with another cliffhanger. And yes, you have got the politics, which I am going to bring in. So you've got the War Department, you've got a USA general and this French Navy person and the big companies all ganging up saying units shouldn't be leading this because they don't know what they're doing. They're based on science and United Nations and the Equality Act and all of that, and we want to get rid of that, and we just want to go to war and blast the sea devil population out of the waters because it's our land now and they can't stop us from flying and sailing our ships, which are all fair points, but we don't actually have to destroy them. We could actually live quite harmoniously with them if we choose. If we wanted to, it would just take time and involve the human population actually having to do something productive with their money on mass scale. So all in all, fascinating stuff. A lot of people have said there's a big plot hole because would Barclay and Salt be able to run around the town and like light a fire in that warehouse and not be seen? Who knows? Who knows? You've got to suspend your disbelief because it's dystopian again, but who knows? Obviously, you've got the final tension bridge thing. I love the bridge being broken, and I love the fact that Kate was 100% confirmed she was going to fire. Unit military personnel were going to fire against the British military because, but she had to do that. She had to show that she wasn't going to back down and not be a weakling, which I find fascinating. Tide's speech at the end was brilliant. 5 out of 5 for me. I really loved episode 4. Yes, it's nitty gritty and it's annoying and you have to include the politics and all the world notions. And I love Kate's speech where she went rogue, but actually her speech explained human behaviour really well. We're really clever, but our emotions aren't as fast or as quick or slow us down. So our intellect's where it should be, but our emotions make it impossible for sometimes to us to follow through with our intellectual desires or our fact that we'd like peace, but also we'd really like to have your gold and sheep, and we can, if we can blow you up to get it, we will. Yeah, because morality in humans has always been a 50 Shades of Grey. So that's basically my review of The Witch of the Waterfall. I love that the fact that they're setting up for something else. We've got the last episode, which is happening tomorrow on Sunday. Very exciting. But I actually want more. This feels very much like The Children of Earth. Yes, that was traumatic, but actually that was one of the best series of TV. It was an episode every night. I don't know why they couldn't have done this an episode every night. It would have made my life so much easier for reviewing. But hey, episode 4, I'm going to give it 4.5 out of 4. Yes, there was some things that we've been repeated and it was a bit niche and some of the things were like, but I really love the trilling, even though it's tad like cringe maybe, who knows. But it was definitely 4 out of 4. The ideas are on point. We need a unit series for adults running all the time or something like that, Doctor Who-wise, because I know that CBBS, like the preschoolers, are getting a nice CGI Doctor Who coming up. So overall, 4.5 out of 4. Really nice, really focused. Why did you kill Carl? That's all I have to say. Is his name Carl? It could be Christopher. Who knows? I've renamed him. That's another thing. I don't really know any of these people's names apart from Salt, Barclay and Tide and Kate. That's another problem. Because they're not consistent, you don't know anybody. his name, like poor General Pierce. Sorry, I didn't know your name in episode 3 review, because you like only said once. That was like in the first 2 episodes, and after that, you know, tension. So overall, 4 out of 4 for episode 4. Please like, comment and subscribe, and thank you so much for your support, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. Bye bye.